So, I'm being gang stalked because I wrote a book and my family didn't like it. And I have powerful people in my family. And so they did this to me. Um, so I wrote a book. And this is so hard to talk about because I never wanted to publish the book. I assumed God wanted me to, but then after I got through writing it, I was just like, I just don't want my family to have to go through reading the book and the stuff that's in it. And so I decided I was never going to publish it. Not only that, but like, it's seriously an amateur book. Like, it is so amateur. It's embarrassing. But I did work very hard on it for a long time. The book is called The Lost Child by Jessica Philpott. It's for sale on Amazon as an ebook. I'm not trying to sell my book. But I didn't realize my book is about I wrote my life story so lame, detailing every terrible thing I've ever done. And I had this period of time in my life where God came to me and I had this crazy experience, and every night thereafter that followed, I was having these dreams that I knew they were from God. And I didn't understand fully, but I would wake up and I'd write the dreams down. And there were dreams that were very different. I'd been dreaming my whole life, okay? These dreams were very different. And so I wrote the dreams down in my book. And so I wrote the book a long time ago, like maybe 6 years ago. And it's just, and I even had the dreams probably, I don't know, a long time ago, like at least 10 years ago, okay? And I did not realize that the dreams that I always thought that the dreams I was having was to teach people about how to have a good relationship with God. And through the course of just what has been unfolding with my gang stalking and stuff like that, God's been showing me that the dreams were actually prophecies. Like, I had this dream, it was the end times, and we were, like, the whole world was ending. Like, it was like destruction everywhere in the dream. And we were wading through water that was like, almost shoulder high. And I was with this group of people, and there were alligators in the water, and like snakes, and all this stuff's trying to kill us, like, for real. And we were just sneaking barely under the radar, barely getting by, like, and all of a sudden I look behind me and my kid isn't with me. And I look back at the group of people that I'm with and I say, oh my God, my kid's not with me. I have to go back. I have to go back and get my kid. And they all look at me and they say, you cannot go back and get your kid. If you go back and get your kid, you are going to die. There's no way you will live through that. And I look at them and I say, I do not care. This is my child. I will give my life for him. I am going back to get my kid. And I leave and I go back and get my kid. Well, that was the dream that I had, okay? There was a point in my gang stalking where I was being poisoned and I did not know what was happening to me. And I was really, really, really sick. And I was on the back porch with my husband. And I'm pretty sure I died, but I'm not really sure. Well, I can't prove that I died. But like we were both standing up and all of a sudden I was just like falling. And I heard the audible voice of God say to me, it's okay. It's okay. Your sister's here. Everything's okay. You'll be all right. And I knew it was God. And I knew what was happening instantly. And I said, no, God, no, God, no, God. I have to go back. I have to go back and get my kids. I have to go back and get my kids. And I heard God say back to me, it's going to be very, very difficult. And I said, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not leaving my kids. I have to go back and get my kids. And I heard God say again, I need you to understand, it's going to be very difficult. And I said, I do not care. Give me my kids. I have to go back and get my kids. And then, I don't know how to explain it, but I just pushed my soul back into my body. I don't know how to explain. I mean, that's the words that I got to describe that. I just pushed. And I remember coming back into my body, opening, like, seeing my husband again for the first time. And I think I got about 2, and my husband's like reaching out, trying to catch me, trying to keep me from falling. And I look at him and I take 2 more breaths and I go back down. And again, the same voice. It's God. It's this God's audible voice says to me, it's okay. It's okay. Your sister's here. Your sister's here. It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. I said, God, no, I have to go back. 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 I have to go back and get my kids. And he said again, it's going to be very hard. And I said, I do not care. I have to go back for my kids. And he said, okay. And the words I have for it is to tell you is I pushed my soul back into my body and like regained consciousness. Again, looking at my husband. And I guess it was maybe like last month or the month before, I was just thinking about when that happened, and like immediately I called my mom and I was like, Mom, that's crazy, I can't believe this happened. Anyways, 2 months ago, I was thinking about that, and I just feel like I heard the Holy Spirit like drop that dream back into my head. And so like, it was almost like the Holy Spirit was telling me, like, that dream that you had about the end times and going back and getting children, that was really a prophecy of what you were going to do with your life. And when you died on the back porch, that's exactly what you did. God couldn't have told me that then because I didn't understand it was the apocalypse. I didn't understand it was the end times, and I didn't understand that I was being gangstalked. I didn't understand that I was sick because I was being poisoned. I had actually no idea why I was sick, and I wouldn't quit going to the doctor because I was sick. And there's actually some other dreams that I had that were prophecies, but I'm going to talk about that in another video. And I'm going to tell you that if you're being gang stalked, it is spiritual warfare. And your best hope is to get on the straight and narrow, regain your relationship with Jesus Christ, stay sober, get clean. I know it's going to be hard. And making these videos so people know that, like, people have gone through this and lived, and the only way I am still alive is because of my relationship with Jesus Christ. He's the only thing that gives me hope. He is the only reason why I make it through every single day. He gives me hope. He gives me a purpose. If you do not have him, you're probably going to kill yourself because it's too hard to maintain gang stalking without the hope that God gives.